Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show. We are here to give you the exclusives and the breakdown on Jaguar Wright seeking lawsuits, Tyre Nichols body cam footage released. And so this has been a very heavy topic for us all out here to see just the senseless violence, and it just seems like it's at an all-time high. Absolutely. It seems like it's at an all-time high, and this is something that we have to talk about, guys, right? If we are going to be bringing the news, we have to bring it in all forms, and this is a problem. Well, first and foremost, I want to say that, Jaguar, first of all, um, she has a real serious problem. And when you talk about a real serious problem, she was in the airport and anything could have happened to her black tail, you know? And she threw up, oh, they tried to George Floyd me. I feel like that was a tasteless response. And so let's get into Jaguar and her reckless behavior because we're going to be addressing everybody that you see on the thumbnail. So let's go ahead and get our music together because y'all already know when we chat, we like to have a little music going. hmm All right, let's get into it.
My luggage, please? Or am I gonna miss my flight? Because my flight takes off in just a couple minutes. Just a couple minutes. What you wanna say now, Papa? You was talking all that shit just a couple seconds ago, right? Huh? Where's my bags at, yo? Why are my bags still sitting here? Why are my bags still sitting here in TSA? Why the fuck can't I leave Chicago? Why can't I make it home to Dallas? Get my shit, bitch! I ain't fucking playing with y'all. Welcome to my world. I'm Jaguar fucking Wright. You fucking best believe it. I'm the fuck up in this hoe. Welcome to my world. Welcome to YouTube, hoes. Get my shit, G. Get my fucking bags. They sitting right there. This is TSA, y'all. This is TSA in fucking Midway, yo.
This is yours. You can grab it, ma'am.
Come on. Run my shit. You fucking idiots. Watch out, Paw. Fuck out of here. Look at this shit. My flight about to take the fuck off. This is the second time they done tried to fucking keep me here at this motherfucking airport. I've been trying to get home to Dallas all day. It's fucking warm in Dallas. Get my shit. Now they sitting there just staring. You better act like Cece and keep on walking. Y'all see this, right? Y'all see this? They are purposefully, intentionally keeping and holding my things for no reason. They done ran it through that motherfucking x-ray 2 times already. They got fucking Forrest Gump working that shit. They got 8 motherfuckers over there and they still can't figure out why I can't get my bags. Where the fuck is my bags, yo? Yeah, they trying to set me up to get arrested. I'm fresh out the motherfucking hospital and I'm not on my meds. How about that? I'm trying to get home to get to my meds. Lithium is a bitch when you don't take it. Y'all want to keep fucking with me? Y'all want to keep fucking with me? Give me my shit. You holding me from my medication. My husband got my prescription in the car, waiting to fucking pick me up. Been waiting to pick me up all fucking day. Keep fucking playing with me, bitches. I don't give no fuck who the fuck paying you. Tell the motherfucker that's paying you to hold me here to come fucking meet me in these streets. Can't wait to get the fuck home so I can get back to my motherfucking gun. Niggas act right when you got a fucking gun. And here's my shit. Here's my shit, just still sitting here. Third time x-ray.
Hi there. How are you?
How are you? I want my things. I want my things, Mora. You don't tell me what to do and you don't tell me how to talk. Get my things. You're making me miss my flight.
Anything happened?
Get my shit, yo. Get my shit. Get my shit. Get my shit. Oh, I'm not going nowhere? I'm not going nowhere? I'm not going nowhere. Tell it to the camera. Let me see your name. Let me see your name on your tag. Let me see your name on your tag. You famous, bitch. You about to be on YouTube in 10 minutes. Say hi. You don't look very good today. You don't look camera ready, bitch. I want my shit. I'm about to miss my fucking flight. They're holding my shit. Give me my bags and I'll leave. I'll go to I'll catch my flight and I'll mind my fucking business. You see this? Look at Paul Paul. Look at Paul Paul stepping fetching for the man. Look at him. He's so happy to talk to the white man. He got on his smile. Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul Paul. You was talking all that fly shit before, right? You was talking all that fly shit before. You fucking Uncle Tom piece of shit. Give me my goddamn fucking bags. I want my shit, yo. I want to get my flight and I want to get the fuck out of Chicago.
All right. Man.
Get my shit. Get my shit.
They're not allowing you to come through, so we're gonna have to escort you to the other side.
The other side of what?
On the unsecured side, man.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Unsecured side.
So now I gotta leave security.
Yeah, they're not letting you go through.
They're not gonna let me go. Why?
That is the question for that.
You know why? I wanna know why. Why am I not being let through?
You're not ready, ma'am.
I'm not what?
You're not ready.
I'm not ready for what? To get my bags and get on my flight?
Where's your stuff? Right over there.
It's been sitting there for the past 15 fucking minutes.
Come on. Just go get it. Go that way. We'll get your stuff. Is that your stuff right
I know one thing. I done already said that I'm on fucking medication. I done already said that I'm not on my meds. You get your fucking hands off. Get your fucking hands off my shit, bitch.
Come on.
Don't touch me. Don't fucking gesture. Don't, I swear to God. What do you, say that again?
If you're on medication, if you can't control it, we will get you help to control it.
Oh, you're gonna get me help?
Yes.
I got help. You need a fucking lawyer, bitch. All of y'all need fucking lawyers. That's fine. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my life. Here are my things. Here are my things. Apparently, I'm not allowed to leave Chicago. Wonder fucking why.
You need help here.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. I will get my own shit. Move. Move. Move the fuck away from me. How many fucking times do I gotta say get away from me? No, I'll get my own shit.
Come on, let's go.
See, what the fuck did I just tell you, bitch?
Let's go.
Don't touch my shit. If you're not arresting me, shut the fuck up.
Very close.
If you're not arresting me, shut the fuck up. I'm a what? Hold on. Say that again.
You're gonna go see a doctor.
I'm gonna go see who?
A doctor.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to see no fucking doctor. You out of your fucking mind. Yo. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know exactly what to do. Now they talking about I gotta go see a doctor? For what?
Come on.
For what?
You said you dropped medication or something. You need medication.
cameras of this local restaurant are rolling. The indicated time is about 20 minutes past. A blue Mercedes has been parked curbside on East 38th Street for several minutes. We do not have footage showing when it arrived. George Floyd is in the driver's seat. A police car pulls up in front of this local convenience store and 2 officers walk in. Minneapolis police said in a statement their officers responded to a report of a forgery in progress, meaning someone was trying to use counterfeit money in a store. A few minutes later, the officers crossed the street and approached the vehicle. The police said they found the suspect in his car. The first officer approaches the driver while his partner walks around to the passenger side. The interaction between the officer and Floyd can't clearly be seen from this angle, but the driver of this black vehicle filmed part of it on his phone. The officer struggles to get Floyd out of the car. His colleague walks over to help him put the handcuffs on. The black car pulls away and drives off after a few minutes. Floyd falls briefly to the ground. The officer lifts him back up before leading him towards the sidewalk where he directs Floyd to sit on the ground. A parked police car shows up to the scene. Redacted body cam footage from that new officer was released by the park police chief. The officer exits the car to see his 2 colleagues questioning Floyd and 2 people who were just in the car. A few minutes later, the officer helps Floyd up off the ground. The video has no sound, so we don't know what was said between the 2 officers and Floyd in this moment. They walk him across the street back towards their squad car. Floyd falls to the ground once more. Police originally said they noticed Floyd going into medical distress and called an ambulance to the scene. Another police car pulls up, obstructing our view from this angle and making it hard to clearly see what unfolded in the next 4 minutes between the officers and Floyd. We do see Officer Chauvin pull up to the scene with his colleague, and behind the vehicle's open door, we can make out what seems to be a struggle. Whatever was happening between Floyd and the officers at that very moment caught the attention of this passerby who stops to watch. 2 minutes later, a witness standing on Chicago Avenue captures part of the scene unfolding behind the squad car. One officer looks over as 3 of his colleagues restrain Floyd, who is lying face down on the ground in handcuffs. We don't know how Floyd ended up on the ground. One officer is pressing his knee into Floyd's neck, which we see clearly in this video, taken only seconds later by another witness standing in front of the grocery store. She captured the next 10 minutes of his deadly arrest, up until he is taken away in an ambulance.
2938. Where it rains and Ross. Taser was deployed. Suspect is running down Ross. Young male, black, slim build, blue jeans, and a hoodie. Southbound on Ross, where we last saw him. What's that? Yes. All right, hang on. Ready? All right, just straight. One of the prongs hit the bastard. All right, your car's right in front of you.
Look at my car, grab my water.
All right, hang on. Where's your water? Can't see shit. Okay, I got you. Get my water. Here. Right here. Negative 2938. Where are my damn glasses at? Huh? My left eye? Yeah. Left eye again? Yeah. I can't see my glasses when he was fighting me. Negative, we just saw him running down Ross.
Let me get right.
Yeah. What's up?
Right eye.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Well,
Right eye. That way. Okay, I gotta find my glasses and get this damn taser downloaded.
wait, right eye.
Yeah, go ahead and start MFD this way. Implication. Long thing over there. You get one smart.
camouflage jacket, like orange, green, and red, and it's gonna be bald head, swim bill. He couldn't feel it that far.
2938, did you also read that I deployed my taser?
Okay, 2938, I have that down. I have the final copy around.
One out of one. Check it together, yeah. Get down one here, find it.
That way. Thin male black, blue jeans, and a plaid jacket.
I gave you the tag. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Get your hand. Give me a hand. Turn around. Lay flat. Lay flat, goddamn. All right. Lay flat, goddamn. Lay flat. Lay flat. Lay flat. Lay flat, goddamn. All right. Let me play myself. Man, everybody wants to get up. Yeah.
Out 38, get your 55 to place the scene over here with me. If you're able to, bring the stuff back over here.
Damn, man. That is mine here, man. You can be called so much shit, man. Get him up! Get him up so he gets left! On your butt! On your butt! On your butt! When you get stopped in this ring, come on, yeah, on the other side. Look. God dang!
He on something. He on something. Am I? Look, he cutting through traffic. Man, I got some camera.
2938. Does the fire department need to come down to you, or are you bringing him back down here?
Bring him down here. Bring him down here.
Check the end right now.
Why you think you got my
Are you looking for your glasses, bro? No, it's you, bro. Bro. Oh, they ain't bro. That was mine too. Y'all see some glasses over there? I see him. Man, he turned around. He hit him with a taser. He took the man, he snatched the motherfuckers out to our run. Hell yeah. Huh? Yeah, I'm straight. He was straight. I ain't talking about straight like that. I'm talking about not injured. Yeah, I'm good. See that one? Come on, son. Y'all want him to bring him down there? I'm not bringing dude. Man, hell. My mama so close. I just re-opened, bro. What? My leg, bro. My knee. Oh. He opened the door. Is he wiping his face? Yeah, he took our running as soon as I seen him wiping his face, bro. Hold on, where y'all see him? Right here. He was running through the yard, bro. This why I got him. Like, I said I couldn't see no more. Well, you said that. We went through there. Yeah. Y'all said bald head, though. I was like, yeah. But then he started running, bro. He was wiping his face. He wiped his face. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, right on time.
I know. I see y'all seeing his ass run.
Right on time. As soon as I took his ass to the ground.
So I like my leg, bro. I know for the shit.
Bro, my shit been hurting all day, but when I seen that boy running, bro, I ain't sorry no more, bro. Yes, bro.
Bro.
Come on, fuck over here.
That motherfucker.
He hot. He hot as a mug. Hey, sit up, bro. Sit up, man.
And here got three.
Ready to go, bro. Off the channel like a motherfucker.
I see bean tasting right here. I ain't want my light in.
Damn, where my light go, bro?
He got that.
He high as a kite. Sit up for us.
Bro, I hit that man with so many pieces in his skill.
Oh, shit, bro. I hit it, bro. Bro.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Hell no, man. Hey, hold on. Let me do one shit. Man, I was hitting him with spray. I'm watching him, though. He was rocking, but shit. Like,
Bean was rocking. I jumped in and started rocking.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. He gonna be a dog. Man, they need to give me some saline. Everybody got some. I spray, he spray, hip heel tase, he jump up, chest tase. Then he was going with he pulled not dope, he pulled a dog. Then he was going for a gun too, so I'm like, he grabbed Mark gun on the scene. That might was a long as $500 in a minute, man.
He got some in his back pocket, a wallet.
Man, listen, I ain't even look. We got him out the car. We was like, "Hey, bro, you good?" Oh, wow! Almost hit me. You reached for Mark gun. Yo, when he slammed to the car, you were on. He literally had his hand on Mark gun, like. I don't know what that man. And he's strong. He's strong. Hey, he's strong as a motherfucker.
Mind that motherfucker.
Hold on a second. It's the dope, bro. That's more than dope. That's more than dope. He caught strong and hot. That's what it is. What was he driving? It's coming way up there. They got his ID right there.
He running? No. He ain't got nothing in the car. Unless he threw it when on his way running. He ran so goddamn far.
I don't know. That might. I don't know if he didn't have. And everybody over here?
Yeah.
Stay like that. It's not burning. You running? Just said. You look like Steve Wonder, man. Right here? I'm talking about. He was all the way around. Nah, I seen him running. Me and Real rode past him running, so I got him right here. He was wiping his face. He just took out running. Yeah, Hampton don't stop. I'm talking traffic. So we talking. I'm talking about he coming. Yes, all this traffic. So we tried to get him stopped. He didn't stop. We instead of trying to get him stopped, hit the siren. Stop. That man drove around, swerved like he could have hit my car. So then I'm like, God damn, man, what are we doing? He pulled up to the red light, stop at the red light, put his turn signal on. So we jump out the car. From there. He got man, I sure lost my flashlight. Dang. I got my right. Now, where you was at, bro? Where you was at, Smith? Where you was at?
Y'all be safe.
All right, man. I'm trying to see that. Yeah, I go for y'all call for one. Y'all be call for one.
Okay. Let's run it. Do you see my flashlight?
Man, I'm trying to find it, boy. Unless it's under the car, I get on there and look. What's his name? Mills got it. Hey, Mills. What Mills is? What's up, man? What you have? Huh? What you have? Trying to get you straight, man. What you have? You can't go nowhere. You can't go nowhere. You can't go nowhere, man. You can't go nowhere. You can't go nowhere. He's still, man. I don't know what
On my stuff. Yeah, I'm a real free going carpenter right now.
Oh, hey, you should have been there. It's your turn giving my people. Oh, we gave some
What? 2913, you have a human. Things that be all right.
2913
Bro, he talking about he got one in custody, bro. Hey, Lou, come here. Come here, Lou.
Kilo 34. Oh, we still need.
We over on this one. He over there with one in custody exit for a car.
2901, Kilo unit still needed.
He's that's for y'all got the case. We was already on this. We was already there. I couldn't get on the radio and fuck this off. You got export. What's the name? Export control.
2938, Kilo unit still needed.
My damn lips on fire. I don't even care.
There's a whole lot trying to tell me. Thank you, Kilo. You gotta make sure.
Check, Kilo 33, just for
907. What unit transported that stab victim in to where?
Everybody.
Thank you all for staying with me and watching the footage. Guys, we watched the footage of first Jaguar Wright, then we saw George Floyd, and then we just saw Tyre Nichols. Ladies and gentlemen, if this isn't a wake-up call, I don't know what it's going to take for Jaguar to wake up. She compared herself to George Floyd, and now we have lost one of our brothers, Tyre Nichols, to police brutality, to these thugs, these gang members. You know, they're the special crimes gang. Oh yeah, they're a gang. Tyre Nichols' arraignment date set for 5 ex-Memphis police officers charged in fatal beating. Okay. The 5 Memphis, Tennessee police officers charged in connection to the unalivement of Tyre Nichols will be arraigned in mid-February. Court records show they are scheduled to appear for a bond arraignment on February 17. The hearing will take place at 10 a.m. Eastern Time in front of Shelby County Criminal Court Judge James Jones. The 5 former officers, Darius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Desmond Mills Jr., Emmett Martin III, and Justin Smith, were all terminated on January 18th. They are each facing 7 counts: second-degree M, aggravated assault, act in concert, 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping, 2 counts of official misconduct, and official oppression. Setting the court date nearly 3 weeks away is considered normal, according to a local criminal defense attorney not involved in the case, who speaks to the news. The attorney noted how the 5 former officers are already out on bond and are no longer in custody. On Friday, officials released footage showing Nichols, a 29-year-old FedEx driver, beaten by the 5 Memphis police officers on January the 7th. Nichols was pronounced unalive at the hospital 3 days after the arrest. Police Director Saralyn C.J. Davis, who became the first woman to lead the Memphis department just 20 months ago, permanently disbanded the city's so-called Scorpion Unit on Saturday. So they were called the Scorpion Unit, right? Well, it was banned on yesterday. The New York Post reported that at least 2 of the 5 officers charged in Nichols' unalivement were hired after the Memphis Police Department relaxed qualification requirements. According to NBC News, Bean and Haley both joined the department in August 2020. That was about 2 months after the Minneapolis death of George Floyd sparked anti-police riots around the country. It was also 2 years after the Memphis Police Department changed some of the qualifications needed to become a police officer. In 2018, Action 5 reported that new Memphis police recruits no longer needed an associate's degree or 54 college credit hours to join. 5 years of work experience would suffice. The Post also reported that Haley, who was a correction officer at the Shelby County Corrections Department at the time, was accused of beating up an inmate who smuggled in contraband 8 years ago. Haley denied in court papers allegations he assaulted Cordelius Sledge, who was serving a 3-year sentence for aggravated assault in May of 2015. The lawsuit was dismissed in 2018 before its merits were evaluated after Sledge failed to provide the court with the requested information. Now, guys, this is really deep. This is really deep. We have innocent people out here getting taken out, and we have Jaguar out here in the airport trying to cause a riot. This was a young man. He had a career, working at FedEx. He could pass a drug test. He could fill out an application. He met the requirements. And so what I have a problem with is these officers, because when they sat down, when they filled out that application, they said, "Can you run?" And the applicant says yes. Because being a police officer, you've got the heavy equipment that you have to put on every day. And it doesn't matter if someone made you run. That's what you signed up for. I know I might lose subscribers, but these police officers were some thugs. They were gang members. And, I'll go ahead and drop the link in case anybody wants to come up and sound off. I played all that content for a reason. I played it in that order for a reason. When you talk about the Breonna Taylors, you get what I'm saying? Okay, let me see. Toria Williams says, "I will have to rewind. Came in late, love. Oh, thank you for coming. Listen, better late than never." Toria says, "They were supposed to be going after gangs, but the Scorpions were the gang." Exactly. Did you see how they were bragging about, okay, I had a turn, Mills had a turn, everybody got a turn to get off. Everybody had a turn to get off on this man's expense. You know what I mean? Angela Russell says there's a political agenda behind the Tyre Nichols case. Oh no. Angela, do elaborate. Toria says 2 got out Friday, then the others later on that night. Make it bad. They will not have to pay for a big time lawyer. The police union will pay for all of them to get the best lawyers. Listen here, I don't care what type of lawyers they get. They were all thugs. They were gang members. They went after that man and they took his life so innocently. That man didn't deserve that. He did not deserve that. They are a weak gang because not one of y'all could get him under control. Like not one. Not one. What are y'all doing on training day? In there looking at each other in the shower, hanging out. watching each other swing and bounce. You know, what are you doing in that gym? Are you riding the bench? Girl, y'all about to make me go there. Listen here. Listen. Toria says, plus all these cops that were a part of that Scorpion force are under investigation now by the DA for so many complaints of beating up before they were arrested. You know what? They need to be. They need to be. Angela says, I believe Jaguar is an attention seeker at this point. I really like her husband. He seems grounded. Yeah, I like Jaguar's husband too, is Goomba. Welcome to the show, Toria. How are you this evening, love?
Hey, baby, how you doing?
You know what? I won't complain. I won't.
That's good. How's the babies?
The babies are amazing. They're great getting ready for school tomorrow.
That's
And
good.
you know, really just they had a great weekend. Me and Honey had a time away. And so we really got to really hang out and spend some time. And oh my God, we had the I had the best weekend. I gotta brag. Can I brag a little bit?
Yep, go on.
Okay, so Honey and I, because I'm a gamer outside of YouTube, I'm a gamer. I'm a Mortal Kombat fan, so I went and we went game shopping this weekend. So we got some games. We got Miss Pac-Man. I knew the babies would love it, and so they saw it today. I was like, "Do you love it?" They say, "Yeah." And so we got some games, and that's what we include on our family fun night. So I'm gonna incorporate it with you guys too. Like if I'm playing the game or something, I'll go live and you guys can cheer me on. So enough of that. How was your weekend with you and your honey and your family? How are they doing?
Good. We had an oldies weekend. I
Oh,
played DJ because I don't really drink that much. Once in a while, I'll have a cocktail. My husband had a little bit of wine, and I just like went way back to New Birth and Howard Melvin and the Blue Notes. I just went way back, and
okay.
we had a really good weekend.
Absolutely. It sounds
Yep.
refreshing. You know, you were listening to that music that had meaning to it, you know?
That's when people really could sing. If
Yes.
That's when you could go to a concert and actually see a live band and real people singing, not this studio stuff where they use all the
Auto
auto
tune.
tunes
Yeah.
and try to make their voice sound like something it ain't. You go to a concert and see these people nowadays, they either singing to the track or lip singing.
Or lip syncing. Yeah, you're right.
And I'm not paying that money. I'm not paying that money and to see somebody do that. But
Right. Now
getting to
listen.
this case,
Right. I'm about
um,
to pull this. So listen. Oops. Oh yeah. So I'm about to pull this up in front of us, and I want you to start with Jaguar, and we can work our way to where we're
okay.
going. So let's start off with her. You know, she was in the airport, and being a black woman here in America, we already know what what we are up against, you know. And so being in the airport and making those accusations and saying those things that she said, you know, the GUN.
When
What are
I
your
first seen
situation?
it, when I first seen it, Tulsa, all I could do was pray for her. I'm like, I do not believe this because she knows she is so lucky that they did not hurt her or shoot her in that airport.
Yeah,
She
pow
is
pow.
very lucky. And another thing, I agreed with you. I was going to come up that night, but I was still in the hospital then. So I was just listening when you were on with King. And
Oh, you were ill? Oh my God,
yes,
are you okay?
I'm okay now. I got home yesterday.
Oh, praise God. And
But
I'll put you on my prayer list. Go ahead.
okay, so anyway, when I seen her acting a fool, I'm like, she's not on her medicine. She should have got that medicine immediately when she got out the hospital, instead of worrying about going getting her nails done and getting her hair cut and jumping on live and stuff. She should have immediately got that medicine filled and started that, because you cannot be on lithium 9 days in a row and then abruptly stop it. You can't do that. I have been seeing a therapist since 2004 when my only son was murdered. And I'm on 3 different medications and I cannot stop them without, if I don't take them, my husband will know if I have missed them or took them late. He'll know, because he'll pull me up and say, "Hon, you're acting a little strange today. Did you take your medicine?" In the beginning, I used to forget. He took sticky notes and would stick them on the mirror in the bathroom and on the refrigerator. "Toria, take your medicine." Because in the beginning, it took me a while to get used to taking them because they were new, and I was being stubborn and didn't think I needed them, but I did, because I'm been diagnosed with bipolar and schizophrenic and depression, and I've been on them 3 medications since 2004, and honestly, they saved my life. I used to think you had to be crazy to go to a therapist, but when my son died a month afterwards, I had a nervous breakdown, and the psychiatrist and the people at Mount Pleasant Sinai Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland, saved my life, because I was ready to go with my son. I wanted to go with him. I had lost my mind, Tulsa. I was riding around with a 9mm gun on the front seat of my car and a fifth of Cavassier, drinking it straight, and I'm not a drinker. And I was looking for the people that killed my son. I had no clue who did it, but I was determined I was going to find out who.
Oh, unalive them.
And I ended up in front of the emergency room at the hospital, left my car running, doors open, gun on the front seat, and
pow pow. So we
pow,
gotta
pow,
say,
sorry.
yeah, so we gotta
Okay.
say pow pow and then unalivement. Because you know how tricky YouTube can be. I'll read
Oh
these
yeah, I forgot.
comments. Angela says, "I believe Jaguar is an attention seeker at this point. I really like her husband. He seems grounded." She also said, "The various news outlets are saying that they wonder how the Nichols case is going to be handled because the cops are not white. The agenda is to replace the cops with military martial law." Then she also says, "I'm beginning to believe you, Queen Tulsa, about Jaguar staging things. I don't know what to believe about her anymore."
You know, a couple days ago, and I rewatched it again today when I got home. I watched this concert of her from years ago. She was in this lounge and she was singing all these Nina Simone songs. And the voice that comes out of her mouth is just beautiful. I mean, it's truly a gift from God. And that's what I want to see from her. I want to see her get back to the music and stop all this screaming and yelling and cursing. That's just not her. And it's clearly her mental health. And with her husband going through his PTSD and things, 2 people with similar problems, they need a break. They need a break from all the social media and stop putting all their stuff on here, going from Instagram to this person's channel to that person's channel, and the cussing and the screaming. It's got to stop. I talked to her before all this happened, and when she was still talking to Nosy, we had a good conversation. I went on a panel because Sherelle was there, and I was telling them about my experiences with Mariah Carey and everything. And we had her son on there that night, Sam, and He was really brave telling his story. And that child is very articulate, very smart. And then all of a sudden she don't talk to Nosy no more. And then you got all this stuff with the weirdo Solar and this person and that person. She's mad at this person. She's angry. And until she gets the proper help and the proper medication and stay on it, we're going to keep having these episodes of her.
But that's why I was saying, Toria, that, when people were saying, oh, she needs to put the pill under her tongue, she needs to do this, she needs to do that. And
when
then,
I heard that, Tulsa, I was like, thank God you was up there saying, no, this is wrong. And I like when you go on there and control that panel, because sometimes, like yesterday, I stopped listening because the panel was off the hook. And I guess King stepped away a minute and the panel was just off the hook. And I'm like, they weren't even talking about what they were supposed to be talking about anymore. They went on the politics and they were saying things that none of them knew what they were talking about.
yeah, at least I keep everybody on key, and then I try to let everybody that comes up, let them say something. But
Yeah.
and this is another thing, and I know Sherelle ain't got nothing to do with this, but it was a lady on Perry's channel last night, Sunkissed or something like that. She does not let nobody talk. That woman can go on and on and on. And it's like when you're on a panel, don't overdo it. Like, let somebody else talk. I mean, I enjoy these content creators, and this is the thing. I don't have to bring content and bring awareness to things that people need to be aware of. This is my thing. When I saw Sherelle and Nosy and Jag, I was like, uh-oh, the Three Stooges. And I just knew that was all those ingredients didn't go together. Respectfully.
Nope, you're absolutely right.
And we're all about our brands and stuff. And I think people kind of look at me, oh, like she's troll. Okay, it doesn't matter what I did. Guess what? I got out there, I got my name out there, I got y'all's attention, and now I'm talking about real life stuff. So that was my goal. That was my plan. That was my purpose. So get with it or get gone. Now that I have your attention, let's talk about some real life stuff. We can still shoot the mess, but in this case, I feel like Jaguar should still be in that facility.
Yes.
It was not time for her to get out. For you to pick a flight over your mental, if she had picked her meds over that flight, she would still be able to fly right now. In my opinion.
And I'm gonna tell you something else too. I don't think she is on the no-fly list yet, because that day they clearly knew she was not on medication. She was not going to be able to fly out of that airport. But it takes a lot more than just that one episode to get on the no-fly list, because I made some calls about that to see what possibly could happen. Could she get on a no-fly list just that easy? And no, it doesn't happen like that. They will not let her fly that day. They was not going to let her fly that day. But they said they seriously do not believe she's on a no-fly list permanently.
I think that she needs, when you're making, it's like she's making a mockery. She's making a mockery, and she's given, she knows she has a following. She has people following her. And let's just say, Lord forbids, somebody is having a day and they say, well, I'm about to pull a Jaguar today. I'm about to let y'all know what I'm about. And then we have this trend or this challenge, because you know how TikTok has these challenges. Brielle says, this is my take. Justice was served for the most part because all 5 were charged with unalignment from what I believe. She also says, however, they are blowing up this case to try and take the spotlight off of WS cops as racist. There are still Black men being unalive around the country in the present day by white people. She says if cops that unalive Tyree were pale, they would all be on paid leave. And Angela says, how did Jaguar make it home after that? Now, I'm glad you answered. I'm glad you asked that. Toria, would you like to answer that?
Well, she stayed there. And
don't forget about the jet, Toria. Don't forget
right.
And throw that out.
Gerald, he came there, he flew in there, gave her meds. They stayed one night and they got in a car and they drove their tails. But now she's hollering she wants to buy a private jet, which is funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
She don't have that kind of money.
Now, do you think that this is staged, Toria?
No, because she was off her rocker. Because you know yourself, Tulsa. People can look it up. Everybody goes to Google today. Just all they have to do is Google lithium and the side effects and the uses for lithium and what happens when you're on that and then abruptly off of it. And she had a manic episode. You cannot be off that medicine. She was on that medicine 9 days, and we don't know how many times a day they gave it to her while she was in that hospital, which I'm sure was more than once, because when she went in there, she clearly needed something.
Yeah, I mean, even while she was in there, she was doing, oh wow, we got a super sticker.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, Brielle says showing love. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you so much, baby. Angela says, what? Yes, absolutely. I feel like this is all staged. Well,
for attention.
Yeah, for attention, because okay, she wanted to be this big superstar back in the day, but as we can see, from observation, she was a loose cannon. When she was on her meds, she was cool, but when she get off of them, oh, that's the Jag that you didn't want to meet.
Plus, I'm glad Ken pulled her up. Wasn't last night, it was the night before. He pulled her card and he said to her, because her and Gerald Goomba was driving. They had just got back in Texas, but they were still, far from her house.
Yeah.
And he had said to her, when was the last time you had your medicine?
Uh-huh.
And she said, today. And he said, when today? She said, this morning. And he said to her, but Jag, you're drinking and smoking on your medicine. You shouldn't be. And she was like, oh, yeah, I know. No, you're not taking it seriously. She's not taking it seriously.
Victoria, did you see how childish she sound? I mean, it was giving Wendy Williams.
I don't get it. I really don't. I don't, Tulsa. I really don't get her anymore. I really want to talk to her. I'm going to have to get in touch with her. I just don't get what's going on, because we know how talented she is. Yeah. Okay, this is your second shot at it. Mm-hmm. You could really do something with it, but you got to get a good doctor, not your friend as a therapist. And I'm glad you said that too.
Exactly. Listen, she bragged about it. She says, oh, and I have a therapist and she's my friend. I said, oh my God, you talking about, okay, no shade because I don't know her friends or anything like that, but you talking about somebody that's in that field and that can control your medicine and things like that. You don't know if that person is being paid to take you up out of here. And my
I
thing
don't,
is, she was so paranoid. Oh my God, people after me, people after me. But I'm here in Chicago. I'm in Midway. Look what they doing to me. Look what they doing to me. Fuck, give me my. She sounded like she had just left the bar.
I'm not buying all that. I'm not buying she just left the place from getting something to eat and 2 SUVs pulled up and 2 guys jumped out of each one, came in the restaurant, looked around, didn't see her and left, jumped back in. I'm not buying it.
I guess they hit her on the walkie-talkie. But you know what? I don't know. Maybe she's hearing voices. Now I've got to give her a pass because maybe she's hearing voices.
I think so.
Just maybe. I mean, we got to consider that because I think people are laughing at her, and it breaks my heart.
Mine too.
It just breaks my heart that people are sitting here watching this woman crumble.
I don't like people like. I'm gonna tell you something. When I first found your channel and you were cooking with your babies and stuff, and then after that, it was a big thing where you had went on somebody's channel and then people were talking about you. And then I came on your channel and was on a panel one day and defending you. And then after that, I thought that someone that was on that panel was your friend and they weren't. And then I seen that person was really doing some kind of mean things about you and stuff. It was breaking my heart. I didn't want to watch YouTube. I didn't want to watch nobody. I turned everybody's notifications off. I still kept my subscriptions, but I just turned the little bells off. I'm like, I don't want to watch none of these people because I don't like when I really like someone and then I hear other people constantly bashing them and laughing at them and talking about them when I know what it's like to deal with depression and mental illness. And it breaks my heart. I was seeing people attacking you and I knew you were going through something and I had no way of getting in touch with you to see what you were going through or see could I help you go through what you was going through. But I refused to watch people attack you. I stopped watching the people that was attacking you. I wouldn't listen to YouTube. I didn't even watch Sherelle. And I usually watch all her stuff. Yeah. I wasn't going nowhere. And I'm like, I don't like when people sit back and feed off of other people's misery and make fun of them and everything. I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
I am over 60. I'm not going to tell you how far over 60, but I'm up there. My kids are grown, married, and I've been married 38 years. We were together longer than that, but we couldn't get married because they didn't let mixed couples get married back then. You had to go to other states and all that kind of stuff. But we were together longer than that. But why do people have to get enjoyment out of other people's demise? They see her crumbling right in front of her face. They're laughing. They're talking about it. They're saying mean things in the chat. I'm like, what is wrong with... They don't have no morals themselves to be saying that. The things they say. Therefore, the grace of God could go them. They could have something tragic happen in their life and they snap. Was nothing wrong with me until my son was unalived in 2004. And I snapped.
Right.
And that could happen to them.
Yeah.
And how would they like it if somebody made fun of them?
Right. Brio says, I wonder why her career didn't take off. Her voice is amazing. Angela says, I'm sorry. That entire story sounds weird to me. So Gerald flew to her and then they drove back. I think it's staged also. I believe it's staged. That's listen, okay. She yelled in the airport that she is Jaguar effing Wright, and that she had a following. She's about fame, guys. Brielle says if she's acting, she deserves an Oscar. Angela says she told Sean Davy Wade that there is a $500,000 bounty over her, unalive or alive. What do you say to that?
I don't believe it. I don't believe that.
My thing is, why would she sit out here? And this is my thing. You have people out here that really care, and some elderly people. Why are you out here getting their blood pressure rising? Why would you do that to them? Why would you do that? That is so unfair to your followers and your subscribers.
I feel really bad for her.
Yeah, it's a slap in the face, because we have people out here that seriously care about her, that have things that they are going through in their personal lives, but they set aside some love for her, and this is what we get in return. And then you have Tokyo Tony over here amping her up. It's like they are two older women, mature women that are still trying to live their teen years. They still want to be teeny boppers, and it's like that time in your life has passed.
Now,
Let it go. Grow up.
I'm gonna tell you something. Tokyo Tony, that is a child that's on another planet somewhere. I'm gonna tell you what I've seen, and I was so disgusted. There's a park close to where she lives, and she went out in the park in the middle of the day when school was out because COVID was going on, and a lot of people was taking their children to the park and everything.
Right.
She was there, got on a picnic table, and was
gyrating,
grinding all over the table, like she was having sexual intercourse with the table. And it was so disgusting. And then she proceeded to be cursing, what she does, and I think she's off her meds too half the time. But I watched her for quite some years, because by me being born in Sicily, but I grew up in Baltimore, I frequented DC all the time. The little hole in the wall club that her daughter used to work at, I've been there before. I was young once. I used to hang in the clubs. And I've seen her for years. She's never been a mother to her child. And then she wonders why her child turned out the way she did, because she has a lot of issues. And she's a beautiful girl. In person, she's gorgeous. Without all the big fake eyelashes and tons of makeup on her eyes and face and everything. Without all that, China is a beautiful girl. She started lightening her skin and doing all other kinds of stuff. Tokyo is not the person to be around Jag, because she has so many issues and she owes so many people money. That woman ain't right, and she is not the one to be around Jag.
Well, listen, Toria, speaking of Black China, I wanted to share something with you all right quick, because I had the pleasure of visiting and interviewing her, and she gave me some life tips. And this is what I referred to when I was going through my situation. And
she's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart.
I want to share this with you all. So here we go.
It's like my lost.
Oh, that's awesome, Tulsa.
You have a
Mhm.
clock. You have 12, 3, 6, 9, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, let me just finish up. Why are you doing that like that? Why are you picking your feet up like that, sexy mama? So like, okay, so it comes like this. It's like clockwork. It's 12, 3, 6, 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, if you could figure out like which, I know. It's already done. It's already written. Anyway, so this is how like the devil works. You got 12, 3, 6, 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the devil can't go, we'll use like 12 as like the finances. If that doesn't get to her, then all right, cool. We'll go to 3 through her family. If that doesn't work, then we'll go through her finances. And then past 9, whatever it is that she's dealing with. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's questionable, and that goes to like whatever it is that you're doing. So as long as you can like figure out like how like the devil operates, so it's like family, finances. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. He'll attack things that really matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because your finances, you gotta have that to pay your bills. You know what I'm saying?
It's like finances, family, friendships, and all that. Like once you like realize like, okay, you know what, this is like happening to me.
Mm-hmm.
You're good. You're like, okay, this is just like a phase.
Yeah.
Because devil haven't got 9 is yourself. I kind of call it like a brain fart. Yourself.
You're okay.
So like that's kind of like how it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't go through like your family, finances, this, that, and yourself. It's gonna like repeat itself. So as long as you have faith and you remain like the same person, you'll always be good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let my mom come back on or whatever, but I just really wanted to like share that because I have a bunch of gems that I've been going through.
Yeah.
Just as a person, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm actually really happy to actually share it, you know, and I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for my mom. I'm grateful for like my house, my kids.
Yes.
Like even talking to you, like I'm really grateful.
Do you remember my name? Queen Tulsa.
Wait, say it again?
Queen Tulsa.
Queen Tulsa.
Yeah.
Try again.
That's awesome, Tulsa.
Yeah, so that's like one of my keepsakes.
She's a sweetheart. She really is. Her mother put her through so much. And her mother always says she don't do nothing for her. China's done everything for her mother. When she left DC, she went to Florida, and yes, she got on a pole again, but she put herself through school. And then she stopped. She had an agenda. It wasn't like she just got on the pole and stayed there the rest of her life. She didn't. She used the money that she made to, further herself, her education. And the girl is smart. She's hella smart.
Absolutely. Brielle says facts. Black China was always naturally gorgeous. Hollywood ruined her. I feel like Hollywood is jealous of the Black women's natural beauty, so they encourage them to lighten their skin and look clownish. Angela says China is very sweet. Very nice that you met her. Yes. Now let's go ahead and roll over into the George Floyd, because there was a comment that Jaguar said, "Oh, they tried to George Floyd me." What are your feelings and what are your thoughts on hearing that, Toria?
That shouldn't have been said. I don't see no body putting their knee in her neck. I did not see that. And she shouldn't have never said that, because what happened to him was tragic. It was awful. I was glued to my television during the trial, everything. I watched, just like I am now with these young men what they did to Tyre Nichols
Mhm.
and Breonna Taylor. I haven't forgotten none of the people. Eric Gardner, none of them. I keep up to everything that's going on. I follow everything Benjamin Crump does and Al Sharpton, all of them. I'm a member of his Action Network. I'm a member of the double NCAPP, all that stuff. I work with the Justice League. I'm tired of leave that family alone. She shouldn't have said that. She was wrong. That she shouldn't have said that because that didn't happen. And she gets mad because her husband did that interview with Real Life, and he told the truth. She went up to that barbershop acting a fool.
Yes.
She caused all that to happen.
You know what? And speaking of, I'm so glad that you took it back there because I was over here and Official King Payne is my mentor. So shout out to him. I just put his link in the chat so you guys go over and show my mentor some love. The Crown family, Periana to the Perrier. Okay. He's the king. I am the queen. Okay. So I wanted to bring this up. I'm so glad that you brought that up, Toria. I wanted to bring up Jaguar because she just seems so childish. It was like she was about to go into another possession. You know what I mean?
I do not like the way she talks to her husband.
Before we go there, Toria, that is so disgusting. You will not catch me having a disagreement with my husband out in public. We're not doing that.
Me neither.
No, ma'am. You handle those things at the house. You handle that in private. Okay, when we get in the car, we can talk about it.
You know what, Rosa? Like I told you, I've been with my husband over 38 years. We've been married 38 years, but we've been together longer than that. When we used to get angry at each other, sometimes you say things when you're angry that you don't mean. So, therefore, instead of me doing that, because once you say something, even if you apologize for it, you can't take it back, and that person is always going to remember what you said.
And those were your true, real feelings. So let's just keep it 100. Those were your true, real feelings. You would, if they wasn't your true, real feelings, you wouldn't have said it.
Exactly. So you know what we did? When we would get angry, I would write him a note, or he would write me a note, and I'd leave it on the kitchen table for him because he got up before me to go to work, and then I got up later on to go to work. And that's how we would do it if we were mad about something, because we didn't want to get to the point where we have a disagreement and we say things that we don't mean because you can't take it back. So that's the way we did things. We had our arguments through the letters that we wrote to each other. Wasn't no cursing, no screaming in the house, nobody knowing what we were arguing about because we did it in a letter. I just went through a box and threw out a whole bunch of letters and stuff. And reading some of them, it was funny, thinking about, and then you look at it and was like, man, that was really stupid to be mad at in the first place. So that was the way we did it.
Well, let me say this, Toria. I think we all crave and want it, we want a man to love us unconditionally for us, right? Right? And we get that. And now it's like, because now you're hot in the panties and you want to relive the 90s and you want to drag your spouse into it. I think that's a coping skill, is when people are so ready and to jump in the bed. That's a coping skill, because you just trying to feel good. You want to feel good. You want to feel good, and you don't care how you feel good. What is going to take for you to feel good? And I don't know if she jumped in that situation with that man. But listen, we're going to take a look at this footage. But before we do that, let's go ahead and give was Brie L her commercial because I was so caught up in this content and I wanted to thank her for her super sticker. So once we get done with the super sticker, we're going to jump into this content and Toria and I are going to give our thoughts. That sound okay with you, Toria?
Yes, that's fine.
All right, let's get into it. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in. All right. So Angela says she did. Her husband really loves her. She wants to involve others in the marriage. She says that she doesn't know how to be faithful. Angela also says they were on live in the car yesterday. Goomba was mad that she was filming them discussing his interview on another channel. Oh, absolutely. Angela says, do you think Jaguar will have a huge career in the future? You know what? At this point, Zeus, if Zeus is hiring, she's in the game.
Well, I'm sorry, but I canceled my
You mean?
subscription with Zeus.
Hey, Jaguar. Are you there?
Commercial. Play the commercial. That's what you get stepping in the puddle.
It's wet.
Oh.
Oh,
Stepping in the fucking puddle is what you get.
yes. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, that's me all day. That is me all day. Fussing. Then I trip into a puddle or something.
Fun.
I just want to fucking get there safely, goddamn it.
Nigga, I was safe. I was
9
driving
p.m.
just fine. I was driving just motherfucker. What happened to my shit?
Right here.
You done broke my shit.
You break your shit.
You broke my shit.
Break your shit.
Look at this. You always breaking shit.
I just do a little script sometimes.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
The fucking just broke every fucking thing. He just breaks everything.
All you gotta do is
Fucking
screw.
call that nigga,
All you gotta do is screw.
call that nigga fucking Bam Bam.
And Mr. Fix It at the same time.
Oh yeah, cause you think cause you can fix some shit, it makes it okay for you to just break shit.
I
You can fix
I
it.
fix the shit I break.
The fuck kind of sense you make it.
Oh my goodness. You know what? It's the getting inebriated and getting that liquid courage. And then she messed around and called this man a wussy, you know, with a P. And he does not like that, you know, and she does not care. She would get, listen, she chooses to do these things and she thinks it's funny.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. And it's total disrespect. When you get married, you're supposed to honor your spouse. You know, you're supposed to respect him. And she shows him zero respect. And that's the part that really bothers me the most. She don't have to do all that cursing at him and calling him all out his name. Yesterday when he told her to pull over so he could drive, it was pouring down raining and she's trying to do 90 miles down the highway intoxicated.
And she can't see.
Right. And she needs glasses.
Yeah. Listen, this is my thing, Toria. When you talk about a person not having their priorities together, her priorities was getting her nails done, going to get something to smoke, going to get something to drink. But you should have gotten your meds before you boarded anybody's plane. And let's just say this. Let's just say she did make it through TSA. And then, she realizes that TSA has something of hers. What is she going to do midair?
Mm.
But let's get into this content, child.
Should I break?
Okay. Welcome to Jazz World. Okay, it's the Johnsons for me.
Fuck. The fuck? Oh my God, I can't. I fucking 20 hours in the car with this motherfucker, you know? It's a whole nother reality. And my feet is wet. Turn on the fan with the heat. Oh my God, my feet is wet and they cold.
Oh.
That shit. Now I can smoke in peace. Listen to me, some of that butter pecan moonshine is off, it's off up in this hole.
Don't talk about the butter pecan moonshine.
Butter pecan moonshine.
Wow, I never heard of that.
Oh, this off the chain. Oh my God.
Y'all need to bring some of that to Vegas.
Wish somebody coming.
Y'all need to bring some of that to Vegas.
The hell, I drank it all. My bad. I ain't gonna lie. I drank all that shit.
My. Where you guys headed?
We almost in Dallas.
Oh, y'all head back to Dallas. Okay, I know.
Yeah,
that's right.
we in Texas already.
Oh, I know that's
That's
right.
how fast we get around.
Period. Yeah, so you glad to be almost home?
Huh?
Are you glad to be on your way home?
What?
Are you glad to be on your way home?
I mean, it's not like I can stay for long. We got to turn around. We got stuff to do, and then we got to come to Vegas.
Don't you got to be in Vegas tomorrow?
Sunday. We'll be pulling up
Tomorrow.
Sunday.
That's tomorrow, friend.
Today Saturday?
Yes.
I missed the whole fucking day. God damn.
See, it's the foolishness for me. If you had not been whirling and twirling up in that airport, you would have made your flight and you didn't even have to drive to Vegas, sis. You could have just flown. That would have been like an hour drive, an hour, maybe even 30-minute flight. But now if you even walk up in the airport, honey, it's handcuffs. Allegedly. Toria, what are your thoughts on that? The pecan moonshine. What was it?
That didn't make no sense to me. She's drinking so much different things on that medication. Because he asks her about that. But you know what? I can't help but laugh at King's face. His facial expressions when he talks to her cracks me up.
Yes, because he's like, I'm trying to be serious for one.
He tries so hard, Tulsa. Then you know how when he plays something that she's doing and then he'll stop it and give us his commentary on it. I laugh so hard sometimes. You don't know how many times I had to run to the bathroom. He cracks me up with his expressions and his he just can't believe what she says either,
Yes, it is.
Now they're supposed to be in Vegas today.
Yes.
Her, King, and AT2 because they're supposed to go to Linnell's show.
Oh, I didn't agree with that.
Huh?
I didn't agree with that though.
What? AT2 going?
Yeah.
What I didn't agree with was she don't know. really
AT2
King,
just dragged the hell out of her.
he don't have no issue. King don't have no issue with AT2.
King didn't even know that there was an issue. That's how I know that that boy is up to his childish games.
And
Don't know him.
the only thing I thought back hard when I heard him the first night when she said about, he was like, why, you know? And I thought about it. And then AT2 went live that night. And like I said, I was in the hospital. So I listened to it like hours after he did it. And he was cussing about King. And by me being in the hospital, I didn't have a chance to message him, but private message him. And I was going to tell him, King don't have nothing against you
at all.
When that story came out,
who we talking about? ATV?
AT2.
Okay, ATV.
Oh, okay. When that story came out about, you know, the looking at something on the internet, you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
King reported on it, and I think he said something like 3 seconds about it. It wasn't no long drawn out thing. He just reported about it. And at the time, King had the very first panel he did, Saving Our Sisters, and All About the Trees was on that panel. And All About the Trees had a problem with AT2. So that was, you know, as far as he knew, anything is from whatever Trees told King. But King never spoke on anything about him. So I don't know where the animosity comes in at.
Because King is my mentor. And any way that he can stir the pot that's his little game. That's his, he has to come off like he's this nice, genuine person when really he's Satan's best friend over there in his mother's basement playing around with his tarot cards and those candles. But enough about that.
But I would like to, they were supposed to go live tonight from Lunel's show. I don't know if they're going to do it afterwards or whatever, or if she even made it. And I hope King didn't go down there and she not show up. You know what I mean?
Lunel watching his social media, because if Lunel is watching his social media, Lunel probably didn't text her and said, girl, come back next year. We're gonna try this again next year. Because Lunel is about her bag.
Oh, yes, she is.
Lunel is about reputation. Lunel is about class, you know, and all that loud ruckus and being hood and being thuggish. No.
No, she ain't having that.
Sponsorships, endorsements. She not about to mess it up for Jaguar. Angela says, if she has a bounty on her, why openly tell your location? This entire Jaguar story is quite suspicious. My point exactly. Listen, she's being followed. She's having to move here. She's having to move there. But you're telling people that you're in Chicago?
And where?
Airport?
I'm going to the basement lounge tonight and sing. They wouldn't let me fly out of here, but I'm going to the basement lounge to sing. And there is a basement lounge.
Come get me there. You didn't get me at the airport.
You know, I'm not buying all that with the following stuff. I'm not. Now, her
I always feel
telling
like
things.
somebody's watching me.
I used to like that song.
Hell, so did she.
I understand there are people in the industry very mad at some of the things she has said. And now some of the things she said about certain people, I know for a fact myself is true, because my son's father played for Parliament and Funkadelic, and I traveled with them everywhere. And my sister-in-law, my sister-in-law ex was married to a plastic surgeon in Colorado. And my sister's husband, who's also a plastic surgeon, They have a house in Antigua, and Mariah Carey and Nick spent a lot of time there, and I had to sign all these NDAs when they was over there. So me and Jag had a nice conversation about George Clinton and a few other people, you know, from back in that era, and we connected there. Some of her stories were true because I was there back then. So I was fly too back then. I was in shape. Couldn't tell me nothing, child.
Okay, 2 snaps and a pop.
And but other people that she's making very angry, if it would have been back in that era, I could see them doing things. But now, this day and age, married with a family, got kids, making big money, ain't got time for whatever she's saying because it's not going anywhere. It's not on the local TV screens, you know what I mean? It's not on mainstream media. It's on YouTube.
Right. Let's get into a little bit more of this content, and then we're going to come back tonight because I'll be doing another stream, guys. Do you know what it's about? Well,
but I do want to tell you one quick thing before I have to get out of here.
Okay.
I got to do something for my husband. Them 5 police officers, that Scorpion task force they had.
Scorpion gang.
Okay, yeah, that's what I call them, the gang. Well, you know, it was other officers that were in that, and they would work 8 days on, and then they had to take time off because the job was so stressful, so they say. But since this happened, the DA
beating people
has opened an investigation into the other officers that are a part of that Scorpion thing, which they canceled the whole thing anyway. It's done. But they're investigating them because it was so many complaints, Tulsa, of Black people getting beat up, sent to the hospital before they got to prison. They had to go to the hospital from these gangs of police.
The thugs. These thugs right here. These are thugs in uniforms. Look at these. Listen here, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen a thug in uniform, well, here you go.
And what makes me mad is all these officers that are being charged. There's a white officer that they haven't charged yet, and he needs to be charged. That was there. Plus, there was 2 sheriffs from little over a town, a little bit over, a little township over, that came and did absolutely nothing. They fired them. They were
look at Mr. Baldhead
department.
Listen here, I want to give him a knuckle sandwich right now. All of them.
These people are not going to pay for their own lawyers. They're going to have the top, best lawyers, and it's going to be paid for by the police union. And I don't think that's fair because they've been fired. So the union should not be supporting them.
Stop. Exactly.
But they not.
But listen, Toria, well, that means that we need to be on the phone. I'm going to get on the phone tomorrow. Listen, y'all, get on the phone tomorrow, and we need to see who's responsible for their lawyers, and we need to call, and we need to get on whoever the mayor is of that town. No, they don't know. They make them fund their own.
But it's not right. It's not right. I'm just getting tired of this. I want to know, when is it going to be enough? When is something going to finally be done across this United States of all these Black brothers and sisters that are dying? And when are they going to do something about all our brothers and sisters that are missing? I'm so tired of that. They don't even talk about the Black women that are missing, the transgender women that are missing. They don't talk about it.
Thank you.
And I'm tired of it. It just gets me so upset.
Not really sure what's going on, but you have an echo, love, and that's gonna, I don't know if you can get it together, go out and come back in, but your audio is just echoing like it's being recorded. Go ahead, Toria.
It just makes me so angry, Tulsa. You don't know. Sometimes I have to turn off everything, turn off the internet, turn off the TV, and just watch movies with no commercials because I get so angry, and I belong to so many different organizations. I've been fighting for these. I call the police station and the news stations in Pennsylvania every day to tell them about a different Black person that is missing.
Yeah.
I want to see their names and their pictures on the news. I want to see people looking for these women. I want to see people looking for these transgender women that are being beat up, raped, and left in the alley for dead. Unalive, I'm sorry. I just get so angry that all we hear about Trump did this and Trump did that. And I don't care what Trump's doing. I don't care what that racist is doing. I want some change to these police stations, and I want some change to these news stations, and I want these women and these children found that are missing.
And if
it was a white person, they'd be all over the news.
Yeah, and this man was beat senselessly. Like I said, these thug gangsters, that had some aggression that they brought to work with them. It was they swore, they took an oath to protect
themselves,
protect and serve. But it seems like they are protecting the gang. They've been listening to too much rap music.
And another thing, Tulsa, look how fast they were fired, arrested, and bonded out. And we have 10 or more Black men that are unalived by white police officers, and it's been over a year, 18 months, and they still working and still going on about their lives, and they ain't been charged or nothing. It's just terrible.
Oh, child, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Well, honey, if you're gonna come back later, I'll make sure I got my notifications on. I got a few things to do real quick, and I'll be free after 11 Eastern time. It's like 10 Eastern time here now.
Oh, cool. Well, listen, actually, I'm gonna come back at like 10:30 Central time, so that gives me time to get myself together, decompress, and really I just wanted to come here, bring awareness to this story. And Jaguar sitting out here talking about she got George Floyd, and then we have Tyre out here and his life is gone for a senseless beating. And that's why I say, like, playing these dangerous games is just not cool, because we actually have people out here losing their lives. People, Jaguar, if you're watching, this ain't cool. This is not cool. We got real people out here. We got
Jaguar. I love you, Jaguar. Get some help, baby. Stay off the social media and get some help. A real doctor, not your friend.
Yeah, a professional. Seek a professional that you're not related to, that you don't know.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, honey, I love you.
I love you.
Catch
You have a great
later.
night. On that note, we are going to conclude. Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
What's a girl to do? She needs love. Sometimes need love. Girls can't help if they be wanting.